The quail are 2.5 weeks old now, and for their whole life they've been in this room. I started out back here in the closet with 2 totes, and I'll show you the video up here, the link to that video where I had them in there, and then I moved them into this stack cage right here. And now we're going to leave them in the stack cage, but we're going to move them up to a different building where I won't have to smell them all the time. The first thing I'm going to do is take the water out and the little feeders. Old guy has gone to get the a wagon that we have, the little trailer that was pulled behind the lawnmower, and we're going to walk these out, put them in that, and hopefully make it up the hill and to the place that we're going to put them. Droppings in this tote, and then I'll add it to the compost pile that we have, and it'll make a good addition to that. This is the top part of that stack cage. It's actually a triple stack. We've just been using 2, but I'm going to put the top part on there and split up those quail so they're not quite so crowded in the cage. I don't think it's a one-person thing. Is it?
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah. If you got the right person, I guess it's a one-person thing. Okay.
Tied down.
It's, yep. I think it's in there good. Got this wire here to help hang a heat lamp. I wanted to show you this glass waterer that I have had for a long time, and Mr. Troll Forge commented about it on the other video that I had. He wanted to know how long I'd had it, where I got it, kind of thing, but I'm trading this out today. I'm not going to use it because I kind of had a mishap with it. When I took it out of the pen, I tipped it up and the jar fell off, and it fell on one of the quail. And now that quail has something wrong with it. I can't tell exactly what it is, but it can't get around good enough. I hope it recovers, but because of that, I'm going to stop using that at this point. And for this evening, I'm putting a feed sack in there for the, well, this is the one right here. See, it can't get around, and it keeps getting part of its leg down in the wire and can't get it back out. And here it is over there. You have to move that paper so it just covers up the whole thing. But anyway, that got hurt because of this thing right here with the jar on top of it. So I'm not going to use it. The quail like to waste the food. They like to knock the food out of the feeder, and so if you use a jar and a feeder like this, then they will just keep knocking the food out of the holes here, and the jar will keep feeding down, and all the food will end up on the, or most of the food will end up on the ground. So I've been just feeding them this, especially since I had that episode the first night where 3 of them knocked the food out and then got up inside the jar in the other video I did. But this works better if you don't put a jar on it for them when they're young enough. I think ever, because they will just keep knocking it out. For that reason, I'm switching the kinds of feeder that I'm using. This is a little trough feeder with a lot of holes in it, and I won't fill it full enough so that they can get it knocked out. They can stick their heads in there and eat, but they don't have enough room to knock the feed out. So the quail are all set up in here. I've got the 3 cages. There are around 17 in each cage, which I think is pretty good. They've all got the little trough feeders, and they've each got the waterer. I switched out that glass one and only using galvanized ones right now. So I think they'll be good out here. At this point it's warm enough. I don't think they need any extra heat, but we are going to get down a little bit cooler maybe in the next week, and I'll have to pay attention to the weather prediction and put some heat on them, probably by the heat lamps. So thanks for coming along again on another adventure. We have to live such an exciting life out here on the Neals homestead. And we'll see you next time.